What's up, everyone? Today we're going to talk about inflammatory foods, inflammation, the inflammatory diet, and what this all means. Generally, when people hear inflammation, they kind of think of, you get an external injury, a bruise, a cut, where you feel swelling and you have to ice it, take an anti-inflammatory, like a non-steroidal inflammatory, to reduce the swelling. But the inflammation that we're really talking about addressing today is systemic inflammation that goes on inside the body. Inflammation inside the body is not something you can necessarily feel like you can when you get hit in the elbow, break a bone, or a bruise. So that becomes more dangerous. And when it becomes more dangerous is that systemic inflammation over time can lead to diseases such as, hardening plaque of the arteries can occur faster, diabetes, IBS, IBD diseases such as Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, and you can get a whole bunch of array of diseases just to name a few. More of them are kind of immune system related. See, an inflammatory situation in the body kind of throws off the immune system. The immune system kind of becomes overactive, it doesn't behave right. Then your body starts reacting weird to things. Then you have this inflammation goes on in the body. Stress can cause it, lack of sleep, diet very high in refined sugars, fried foods, alcohol, drugs, diet obviously absent in fruits and vegetables and other things that help combat inflammation naturally in the body. So basically the general American diet is very inflammatory, hence why we have such a health epidemic here in the United States with, obesity and all those inflammatory diseases, because generally those are very preventable with a good diet, sound sleep, stress management, and exercise. Mediterranean diet is a diet that's been studied for years that has so much evidence behind providing it helps fight disease, lower body fat, blood pressure, cholesterol, lower incidence of diabetes, and so forth. And it's very anti-inflammatory. And they come to the conclusion by that is the diet is very rich in antioxidants and other compounds that help fight inflammation in the body. The diet is very low, almost absent in refined sugars. It limits red meats. It has dairy meat and meats in moderation, and it primarily focuses on whole grains, olives, olive oil, and a variety of fruits and vegetables and fatty fish. So for me, looking at the whole picture, I chose 5 foods that I believe that are not necessarily a must, but stand out in my opinion. Now, it must be understood that these 5 foods are not the only 5 anti-inflammatory foods. There's many other ones that are great, like dark chocolate, citrus fruits, and so forth. But we're gonna talk about these 5 today. Starting with olive oil. Olive oil is very high in monounsaturated fat, low in saturated fat, and it has other compounds in there that help fight inflammation. And studies have been done on olive oil test of time. You want the extra virgin olive oil, not the refined. The more refined it is, the less inflammatory effects you have. Moving on to spinach. Spinach is very high in folate, vitamin C, fiber. It's such a versatile vegetable and it's micronutrient dense to the max. And what I like about spinach the most is for people who don't like vegetables, you can usually take spinach, throw it in a pan, put like a little bit of olive oil in the pan and wilt it down and add a little salt. And this much spinach will legitimately shrink down to almost nothing. If you don't like vegetables, it's easy to get down a small amount, 2 or 3 times a day. So I think it's great. Mushrooms is another one. It contains phenols and selenium, which are great antioxidants in the body and help fight inflammation. Must be noted that 1 or 2 studies reported that when you cook mushrooms down, the anti-inflammatory effects kind of diminish. But again, we don't know if that's exactly true or not, but they're great. What I do is I slice them up and I'll cook them in a pan a little bit until they're a little soft, and I'll make it in an omelet, or I'll add them to my beef meals, and I love them. Next one is salmon, wild salmon, or fatty fish, such as like sardines, anchovies, salmon, mackerel, to name a few. You just want to stay from king mackerel because it has a lot of mercury. You want to stay with other species of mackerel. Wild salmon's great. I would suggest, eating fatty fish 2 or 3 times a week to help get the omega-3s. Omega-3s had a lot of research behind them showing the anti-inflammatory effects, help lowering inflammation in the body. And if you don't like salmon, you don't like eating fatty fish, you can always supplement with it. Just make sure when you look at a supplement and you're going to purchase a supplement, you look in the back to make sure the ingredients are stated and where the source of the omega-3s are from, and to make sure that the company tests their products to make sure it's distilled and the mercury and heavy metals are removed. Because as many of you guys know, heavy, bigger, larger fish, fattier fish, contain heavier metals because they accumulate over time in the ocean from all the pollutant stuff we put in the earth, the ocean for years and years. The next one is turmeric. Turmeric contains curcumin, and curcumin has extreme anti-inflammatory effects, and there's a lot of research behind curcumin as well. One note though, turmeric is something that's generally found in Indian dishes. It's a spice. Some people like it, some people don't. But I'll tell you that research said that the amount of curcumin you need cannot really be provided by amount of spice. So supplementing with it is almost mandatory, but there's a lot of research showing that it helps inflammation in joints specifically, especially in rheumatoid arthritis and arthritis. I mean, I supplement with it and I think it's wonderful. The next one is berries, and I chose Wyman's baby blueberries, and I just think they taste better. It's a preference thing for me. They're frozen, so I can get them. They taste the same all year. It's not like they're in and out of season. And obviously when they're on sale and in season, I'll purchase them then. But blueberries are great, good source of fiber, high in vitamin C. And berries contain other compounds too that help fight inflammation. So don't just limit it to blueberries. So blueberries, you know, raspberries, blackberries, and stuff like that. Good variety. And they're low glycemic index, generally lower in sugar, which is also good. And not high in calorie in comparison to like pineapple and bananas. But definitely a good go. So these are the 5 that I chose personally. Again, these aren't the only 5 anti-inflammatory foods that are out there. These are the ones that I chose, that I like, that I think they're very easily added to the diet to kind of help you out. But in quick review, you want to eliminate foods such as refined sugars. You want to eat a diet that's lower in carbohydrate, in my opinion, higher in healthier fats. You want to eliminate fried foods. You want to eliminate alcohol and of course drugs, get plenty of sleep, stress management, exercise, and of course eat a diet that's very rich in fruits and vegetables and get a variety of them. Get the whole grains, potatoes, you know, have fatty fish 2-3 times a week, limit the red meat, maybe eat moderate and leaner meats like a chicken and fish, white fish, and eggs. But it's all about balance, eating a good balanced diet. It's something that we've been drilled into before, but this is kind of more proof to provide evidence that this is what we should be doing. See the link below for the article, and I hope you guys liked it.